wondered what makes a playground truly magical? Beyond just the swings and slides?
Absolutely. One of the transformative elements we're observing in modern playgrounds is musical equipment. It's fascinating how adding drums or chimes can completely change the whole playground experience.
Right. I've noticed that trend too. But I'm curious. Regarding musical playgrounds, there seems to be this ongoing debate about drum stations versus melody makers. What's your take on that?
Well, it's actually really interesting. Both have unique benefits. Drum playground stations are these amazing percussion setups. Think bongos, kettle drums, panel drums, and they're incredible for developing rhythm and physical coordination.
Hmm. And what about melody makers?
Melody makers are a whole different ballgame. They include things like xylophones, metallophones, and chimes that are specifically tuned so that any combination of notes sounds harmonious. It's pretty clever, actually. Every child can create beautiful sounds regardless of their musical experience.
That makes a ton of sense. I'm particularly interested in the inclusivity aspect. How do these different options work for kids with varying abilities?
That's such an important point. Melody makers typically have a slight edge in terms of inclusivity. They're gentler on the sensory system and often require lighter touch, which works really well for kids with different physical capabilities or sensory sensitivities.
I see. And drums?
Drums are actually fantastic for inclusivity too, just in a different way. They're great for gross motor skills and don't require precise movements. Plus, they're incredibly durable. They use materials like high-density polyethylene and stainless steel that can really take a beating.
That's a great point. We'll come back to that in just a moment. But first, a quick word from our sponsor.
At Little People's Cove, we recognize that each child deserves an environment designed specifically for them. We focus on producing sturdy commercial grade furniture and toys that withstand frequent use, all while adhering to top safety standards. Our offerings encourage motor skills, STEM learning, and imaginative play, ensuring they are simple to maintain and highly adaptable. Visit us at littlepeoplescove.com to design areas where children feel appreciated.
Thanks for that. Now let's talk about maintenance. What should playground planners consider in terms of upkeep?
That's an important consideration. Both types require regular inspections, but they come with different maintenance needs. Drums generally have fewer moving parts, which can lead to simpler upkeep. Melody makers might need more detailed care due to their precisely tuned components.
Interesting. And what about the social aspects? How do kids typically interact with these different instruments?
Oh, this is where it gets really fascinating. Drum stations naturally create these amazing opportunities for group play. Think impromptu drum circles where kids learn to coordinate rhythms together. It's beautiful to watch.
And melody makers?
Well, they're great for both solo and group play. Some kids prefer to enjoy melodies quietly on their own, while others might collaborate to create harmonies. You know what I've noticed? The best playgrounds actually blend both approaches
Really? Why's that?
because they complement each other so perfectly. Think about it. Drums build rhythm and gross motor skills, while melody makers develop fine motor control and understanding of harmony. Together, they create this complete musical experience.
Have you seen any particularly successful examples of this combination approach?
Yes, the most effective setups I've seen usually have a central percussion area surrounded by strategically placed melody instruments. This creates different zones that support various playstyles and comfort levels.
Makes sense. And what about durability in different weather conditions?
Both types are built tough for outdoor use, but they face different challenges. Drums might deal with more impact stress, while melody makers have more complex suspended elements that need protection. But when properly maintained, both can last 10-15 years.
That's impressive. Any final thoughts for our listeners who might be planning a musical playground?
Yeah, don't feel like you have to choose between drums and melody makers. The magic happens when you combine them. Create zones that support different types of play and different ability levels. Remember, every child deserves a chance to make music.
That's fantastic advice. For our listeners who want to learn more about creating inclusive musical playgrounds, where should they go?
They can visit littlepeoplescove.com for expert guidance on creating these magical musical spaces. It's amazing how the right combination of equipment can transform a simple playground into an area for musical creativity.